off to the start. Another Tideway Scullers crew. And they are on the right-hand side of your picture. They are competing against Thames Rowing Club B crew in a heat of the Britannia. Now, we've seen these fours before with the Coxed lying down in the front, but this Britannia event is for club crews, unlike the Prince Albert, which was for open university crews. Thames Rowing Club B, just straight out of the traps. Another crew overseen by Xander Smulders. And they are putting distance on Scullers there, Zoe.
That's a really impressive lead to build up in a Coxed 4, which is a bit of a slower boat to get off the blocks and to get going and to get up to speed. So to build up a lead like that so early on from this Thames B crew, let's not forget, this is their B crew. That
is a wash they're going through, I think. I was almost going up and down with the picture there.
Yeah, that looks like wash from a little bit coming in from outside of the track, which is one of the things that you always have to look out for at Henley, especially as you come to the end of the island and you lose a little bit of shelter. One of the things that makes this track special to row down.
That looks really sweet, that Thames Rowing Club B crew. 12 Henley Regatta appearances between them before this race, of course. And one of them is an Austrian, Phil Sterzinger, 31-year-old. Originally from Warwick University, and it's great to see alums of that programme. I think we're going to see a Warwick University boat come down the track later on this afternoon. And that man there rowing for Thames in the 3 seats. He's behind the stroke, so he's tall, isn't he, Sterzinger? Researcher at Warwick University. Loving that shot of the Cox as they go by Lena Muller-Kugler. Must be so hard to get into the coxing of Thames Rowing Club. So competitive, Zoe.
Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? You know, success begets success, doesn't it? So if you've got a crew, a club rather, that's winning year on year on year. I mean, this Thames are trying to win this event for the 4th year in a row, which is unbelievable if you think about it, because every one of those crews is going to have slightly different people in it. So it's not the same exact crew winning year on year, it's different people. So to have a setup like that with that amount of success is going to be really competitive, because so many people want to be a part of that.
I do love to see these boats raced at the Royal Regatta. They have kind of been kicked out of the international scene with world rowing. They're losing the Cox 4s, I think, from the under-23s and the juniors. At least that's my understanding. But here at the Royal Regatta, this boat, which is so important for training and racing and seat racing and everything else, still an important presence in the Britannia, this event here, and the Prince Albert.
So I think it used to really be seen as a sort of a real workhouse boat that you just had to be really big and strong. It didn't matter if you didn't row that well, it was just all about power. But actually, I think recently, over the last few years, in the Brit, we've seen sort of smaller, lither athletes who are just really clever about how they move the boat and how they're efficient with the use of their power. And they've learned how to row these slightly heavier boats really, really well. So it's changed the way that the Brit looks, really, from the outside.
Yeah, that's a great shout. So there's Tideway Scullers. There is their coxswain lying down in the bows, Luke Sellers, just 18 years of age. And Rohan Suri in the stroke seat. You can see his back there, just furthest away from the picture. He rowed at St Paul's School. He actually coaches there. He's only 19 years of age, that lad. He's off to University of London. This is kind of a gap year for him. Nice way to spend the gap year. Rowing for Scullers and racing at Henley Royal Regatta. This is the first day of competition for this event, the Britannia Challenge Cup. These guys didn't race yesterday on the Tuesday, but you can see by the cadence of Thames Rowing Club now just how comfortable this crew looks and how strong they will be in this competition.
They're going to be racing London Rowing Club tomorrow, so I think it's good for them to conserve some energy now for that one.
Thames Rowing Club B crew come down to the finish. The distinctive hat of Steve Bennett, of course, the 33-year-old. And they easy and wait for their opponents from Tideway Scullers. Both these crews row on the Thames. On the boat race course in the Britannia, Thames Rowing Club B Crew beat Tideway Scullers School.